Hey everyone, 大家好. Today we have another AMWF Reddit discussion.
Yes, sir.
The title of today's is Insecurities as a White Girl Comparing to Asian Girls. The first sentence says, I understand this post comes off very generalizing and even maybe racist.
Oh boy. Guys, hit the like button because you know whenever someone says that, it's about to get juicy.
Oh yeah, so let's dive in. She says it's been 1 year since she's started dating an Asian guy and lately started to feel more insecure about her looks. I recently started to compare myself more and more with Asian girls and I feel I lose. I am not as petite, my hair is thin, and I start to notice wrinkles and etc. While Asian people in generally look younger than their age.
Asian women probably have better grammar too.
Yeah. Before I was dating my boyfriend, I did not have these issues. I don't like this part of myself being jealous of other women, but I notice it's something just hard to control. As a woman, it's hard to control and not be jealous of other women, so I totally get it.
So think about the problems that you have in just a normal relationship. We got jealousy, we got insecurities, resentment, and betrayal.
Betrayal, oh my gosh,
Yeah, all those problems in a normal relationship gets amplified tenfold at least when you start talking about interracial relationships. All right, just within the AMWF realm, right, you have a lot of Asian guys who are essentially trophy hunting for white women, right? Like, I call it a racial Napoleon complex where I guess, you know, historically Asian guys seen as less attractive, right? So it's kind of like a desire to like overcompensate and prove themselves.
Exactly.
That kind of thought process.
Yep.
And that's very prevalent. And in this case, this is some sort of
reverse almost.
Yeah.
Where it's more like the girl is having the worst of it, and the guy is just like, hey, I seriously just love you. Like I really love you.
Is having a lot of self-esteem issues because
she thinks she can't live up to this Asian expectation from like his exes.
Yeah, I guess you can make the case that Asian women have historically been portrayed as the ideal mate, right? I mean, you know, they talk about how like they don't age, right? Like their skin is tight, you know, there's overall a lot of tightness going around.
Don't say it. All right, yeah.
You know, and then on top of that, they're obedient, they're the ideal wife, blah, 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 right? So it's almost this over-sexualization of Asian women that's making this white girl feel bad about herself. What do you think, Gwen, as a fellow white girl?
I mean, just after I read that post, I was feeling a little sympathetic because I too have felt this sort of pressure from you because you have had so many ex-girlfriends and they have all been Asian. And so when I look at that, I do feel sympathy for her that like, oh, am I just like some kind of weird fetish that you have? Like you just want to try something new? Like I don't know, like you can go to a dark place when you think like this. And I understand that it's not like just my features that you're attracted to. It's not just like you were like, oh, let me try something out.
Here's what sucks a little bit, right? In that girl's case and in our case as well, is that I have had so many previous experiences. You were essentially a blank slate when we first started, you know? I mean, I can totally understand. I can put myself in a situation where if you had like a lot of guys before and then we started dating, like I would just be like,
what's up?
Dude, you know, I would just be constantly asking questions, you know, like, is he bigger than me? You know, like just like that.
Of course,
I think
just
guys like, you're just like, am I the best you've ever had? You know, like, Tell me I'm the best.
That's so crazy that it's like a man is like, I'm the best, right? And then for a woman, it's like, am I the best? Like, it's like this like totally different dynamic where she's like falling to pieces and you would just be like, I am the best, aren't I? Right? Tell me.
I am self-proclaimed the best. Here's a question for you, right? Have you ever compared yourself to your significant other's ex?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have, imagine if that ex is from a different race. Just think about how messed up that kind of comparison would be, because it is already super messed up. I mean, it's just it
eats you inside.
Yeah.
Like you're just thinking about who was before me. Why were they better? Why were they with this person that I love so much?
Exactly.
And then you're like, okay,
and then now add the other variable that person looks completely different from you. Now here is an even crazier scenario. Okay, now imagine, and we'll present the
in both sides.
Yeah, we'll present both sides as well.
Yep.
Like imagine if I cheated.
And I really hope you never do.
I will not.
Please don't.
You see, you hesitate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which one, like if you have to choose one, okay, which would you rather if I cheated on you with an Asian girl or a white girl? Which one will hurt more?
Gun to my head. Another white girl would hurt me the most.
Really?
Yes, because you have been with Asian girls before. I'd be like, okay, this is just him being him.
Yeah.
So, like, I hate you, but whatever.
Going back to my Asian roots.
Exactly. If it was another white girl, I think that would kill me because I'd be like, what does she have that I don't have? But now, for you,
I don't know.
You come home, what would hurt more? Another Asian guy or a white guy?
Probably, like, I'll be more pissed if it's like a white guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you say the white guy?
Dude, because you've never had like a white guy before.
That's true.
I would be like, dude, like, what the do I like? What am I like? Not enough? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah.
Dude.
Because compared to Mike's past, I've literally never had. I had like one boyfriend in high school, my freshman year, and it was like a week long.
Yeah.
Like, I have no experience, so I could see why Mike would be like, wait a minute. Why the 180? What's going on?
Now you know. Now you understand just how messed up this whole thing is.
It's messed up.
I think that we have gotten to a point where, like we barely even think about like our AMWF status anymore. Like it's not like other than these discussion videos, I never think about it. No.
Unless we're like in public and we see another one and it's like, oh, but that's it.
Yeah. If we're in China, we'll never not think about it because it'll be so obvious. It would stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh my god!
But like over here, like we rarely think about it. We don't get stares or anything like that. It's never at the back of our head. But whenever we make these AMWF discussion videos, some people always comment like, "Oh, why do you guys take it so seriously? Like love is love. Like it doesn't matter like what race another person is." Like in the ideal world, we just all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
It'd be great.
But this is real life, There are imperfections to this world, and the whole dynamic between an interracial marriage or a relationship, I mean, you start to think in a very, very racially charged way, and you start looking at issues through a racial lens. I mean, it's just something that's
just happens. What can we do to help this girl? How can we provide solutions?
Sure.
And maybe give her some peace of mind?
Yeah. How do you do it?
I just, after so many years, I've just now started to ignore it. That's not a great way to give a solution here, but seriously, you just have to start becoming more confident in yourself. I started taking care of myself a bit better. I started doing more skin routine. I started doing makeup differently.
Honestly,
I just became more confident with my own self that I stopped thinking about any of your exes. I never thought about them. And so I just, you know, do my own thing.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. You know, I like the confidence part, and that's why, you know, like if I could do it over again, I probably wouldn't want that many ex-girlfriends. You know, like I'd rather have more of a one and done situation, because once you've had a lot of experiences, like obviously you're gonna compare it in your mind. You know, it's about pros and cons. You know, you kind of just have to, like, if like this girl, like she started to really like zoom in to the cons and ignoring the pros, and that's how, you know, you start developing all these like self-esteem issues. And like, whereas me, I think, I mean, there are a lot of pros and cons to either, and for me, I just kind of like focus on the pros and focus on them now. You know, like Asian girls usually, you know, have like slimmer, narrower frame, you know, and by contrast, white girls are just thicker, you know what I mean? And I kind of like, I like that. Sure, Gwen and I
would love
eat
to be
the same amount of food. You know, sure, our feet are the same size. Sure, all of our clothes are interchangeable. Sure. Okay? But she's thick. And that makes it all okay. But I think that's just what everyone has to do, you know? It doesn't matter, like, even if you're just in a normal, not interracial relationship, you know, like you're gonna look at this girl and go, hey, you know, there are a lot of good things about her, there are a lot of bad things about her. It's just a matter of whether the good outweighs the bad. You gotta run a little SWOT analysis, you know?
What?
SWOT analysis, it's like strength, your weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threat, you know? In this case, the threat is definitely, for white women, it's definitely
Asian women.
Asian women, for sure. But there are also opportunities, you know? Like becoming e-girls.
And I mean, after so many years of being in a relationship together, physical attraction really becomes the lower priority. You start to value your connection, your special bond between each other, and the memories that you create with each other. Not just
my friend. You are my friend.
We watched like the 800 episodes of Naruto together. I'll never get that time back. Those are the memories that you create together and you value.
So be proud of yourself. Be proud of who you are.
Be confident. Just
absolutely
love yourself.
Love yourself. Accept yourself.
So hope you guys liked that video. Comment below. Let us know what your hot take is on this whole subject, okay? Because we read all the comments and we try to respond.
And we really like it. We love hearing you guys' input.
Yeah, you guys write essays.
Oh my,
we freaking
love it.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. Every time somebody writes a paragraph, I'm like, Mike, settle in. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you guys just keep commenting and we'll keep reading.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye.
See you on the next one.
Get out of here.